Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cookie Monster of ProForgeRacing bringing you our 14th ForgER review. Trickybear21 is our candidate this time, and this video, quite frankly, is long overdue. I meant to make Explicit's ForgER review and Tricky Bears back in like November or so, December maybe, I don't know, a long time ago, and I've been putting them off for months, and I finally got around to Explicit's, and I was going to make Tricky Bears about the same time, but he has a lot of maps, so every time I go into theater and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna start doing his review now, I'm like, oh, fuck that. But, yeah, so I finally, had a couple hours to sit on my ass on a Sunday, and, on a beautiful warm day, one of the nicest of the year so far, what better to do than sit inside and waste my time on a video game making a video? So that's what I decided to do. And just like Explicit's review, I'm just gonna show a quick 15 to 20-second overview of all of Tricky Bear's older maps, and then I'll actually do a lap on all of his newer ones to, show you how sweet they are. But, yeah, Tricky Bear's made several, like 4 or 5 SX tracks. He's made 3 or 4 double-wide tracks. This one right here is Jolly Rancher, his Christmas one, which I think got 3rd or 4th in the Christmas contest. 3rd, I think. Naturally me and Ionaz map 1, bitch. But, yeah, he's made like 3 or 4 double-wide tracks, like 5 SX tracks. He's made maybe 5 or 6 roller coasters. So he really makes a whole lot of different kinds of tracks. And, with each one he makes, it gets better and better. And he's really become an amazing forger. He and, his friend in real life, Nightmare, and Nightmare was one of my first reviews. But they're friends in real life, and both of them used to be like decent forgers, and they've both become just really amazing forgers who make SX tracks and roller coasters and double wide, and yeah, they're amazing forgers now. This is Platypus Path, that little raft thing in the middle there with golf ball eyes. That is Tricky Bear's famous platypus that he loves dearly and shows up in at least 3 of his maps. One of his SX tracks I showed earlier in the video was actually Joshua Puss, I guess. It was a platypus with like a Joshua head, which obviously was very sexy. I don't know what it is about Tricky Bear and platypuses, but there's something going on there. Yeah, here's another one of his really awesome roller coasters. It's pretty sweet. This one is called Dagger. I don't know, I like it a lot. Like, there's not a whole lot of scenery or anything on it, but it's really fast paced, and I don't know, it's just really fun. It's pretty easy too, because I think for the video this was like my first or second time ever racing on it, and I was able to complete at least a lap or 2. I think I completed at least 2 without falling off, and it was like the first or second time I've ever raced on it. So it's a pretty easy map, but it's not like so easy it's boring. It's still pretty fun, and I think it has a couple little jumps like right up here, kind of a square turn that leads into a small jump. I don't know, sparks things up a little bit, but it's really well made. It's really smooth. It's fast paced, which I like. I love when roller coasters, like, they're just really fast paced and they just like keep you going and going and going, and that's what this does here. It almost kind of reminded me of Glazed by Donut, just because of the location and the fact that you drop down and then you sort of like work your way upwards. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of that in a way. But it's a really fun map, and I like it, and cute little cave part here at the end. Yeah, it's a really nice roller coaster, though, and I definitely recommend downloading it. You may have seen this map in our contest, because it was one of the runners-up in our 3rd Forge contest. It didn't win, but it was one of the runners-up. This map's called Haiku. It's mostly a double-wide map, but right here he's got a cool little split section where you go up and down and then up and down, and you kind of cut through the track. And I think that part's really super neat and awesome. And then he's got a little jump here through some kind of dinosaur, I want to say. And barrel roll twice there, but I land. Because I'm amazing, that's why I landed that. But I don't know what this is. A dinosaur of some sort, maybe? I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. This is a fun map. The only flaw is right before the second jump, under the dinosaur thing, there is a checkpoint like right before the jump. So if you fall into the dinosaur, then you don't have enough speed to make the second jump when you respawn. So you have to like turn around. And this elevator here is pretty good, but it sometimes can like smash you at the top. But other than that, the map is flawless, and it's really fun and creative and has a lot of awesome ideas. Right there, BLH kind of almost pushed me off the cliff. But I really like this map. I thought it was really cool and original. And that's what I like about Tricky Bear's maps, even though sometimes like he makes like fairly generic maps, he always puts really cool and original ideas into them. This map is really cool. This is called Muddy Waters. What it is basically just your average sky track, you know. Nothing too special with the map part, but the scenery is what really makes this map unique and stand out. Because he added a bunch of different types of vehicles, like right there on the right there's a car, and there's like a spaceship, and there's a little like fighter plane there that's shooting bullets. There's a little train, there's a boat, and similar to Cape Canaveral in Halo 3, made by Dream and Slick, which was voted by Halo Tracks people the best racetrack ever made in 3. Right here is an elevator that's going up like a rocket ship, which is really, you know, an amazing idea. And right there is the fighter plane shooting at you. So like the track's really well made and fairly fun, I guess, but the track's really not what makes this map awesome and stand out. It's the scenery. The scenery is really cool. And so yeah, if you want to see some super neato vehicles, you know, give this map a diggity download. There's another one of Tricky Bear's platypuses. This is one of his newer roller coasters called Vapor. Again, it's just a really fun, fast-paced roller coaster. I think I like this one actually better than Dagger, and it's a little more challenging, and I think that's why. Like right here, I'm just beasting it up. I'm passing people on a single-wide map, and then he messes up, and I get through these two. I just tanked my way from last to second, because, you know, I'm a beast. I'm a beast. And right there, you know, this map has bigger jumps than Dagger. It's a little more, I wouldn't say more fast-paced, but it's got more jumps, and I don't know, it's more fun. Dagger's still a great roller coaster, don't get me wrong, definitely download it and try it out. But I think Vapor is one of his best roller coasters by far. He has one newer roller coaster, I think, which is the last map in the video. Ooh, I just ruined the surprise. But yeah, this map's really fun. I like the jumps. I like the challenge to it because it is a little bit challenging, at least more so than Dagger. So definitely give it a try if you're a good racer, I guess. This is Atlanta SX. He's made several Supercross racetracks, but this is his newest one. I mean, there's been a couple racetracks, Supercross racetracks in the Coliseum area, like right in that area before, so it might remind you of one by like Ionized or Purple Dinosaur or someone, but it's not the same at all once you actually, you know, play on it. Just the location is. Again, as I said, with each map he makes, whether roller coaster, Supercross, or double wide, like it gets better than the one of that type before. And I'd say this is his best Supercross track out yet. It's really good. The jumps are consistent. It is challenging though, like if you're not going full speed, most of the jumps don't work, which is similar to my Supercross track, which will be coming out anytime now, and that will be the last race track and probably map I'll ever make and reach, and I'm like 95% done with it. But anyways, yeah, this is Atlanta SX. It's really fun. It's got great rhythm sections and jumps, and it's not perfectly consistent, but I mean, it's very consistent. And I don't know, it's really fun. I like it a lot. I don't get sick of it. I helped him test it for like 20 minutes one day. Which brings us to his latest map, which is a roller coaster, which he entered into our Forge contest, and who knows if he will win or not, because we've had the most entries in this contest than any before. We have like 25 or something already, and it's not even the deadline yet. This map's called Ocean Spray. It's a really sick roller coaster, and it has like stilts that are supposed to look like they're holding up the track. So it's supposed to look like a real roller coaster, and it's supposed to have that feel of like, to me anyways, it reminds me of one of those old wooden roller coasters that have stilts that just like hold it up, and when you just look at it from afar, it just kind of looks really cool and unsafe and hazardous in every way possible, and like why would you ever go on that? But since it's a video game, it's obviously not hazardous, so I did go on it. What can I say? I'm a risky bastard. But I had a lot of fun on this map. I really like it. I'd say it might even be a step up from Vapor, which was a step up from Dagger, and Dagger was still a great roller coaster. So you can imagine how amazing these ones are if they're even better than good maps. But yeah, Trickybear21 is an amazing racetrack maker, roller coaster maker, supercross track maker, and I've been putting off his review for far too long, but I guess that benefited him because I got way more maps in, all his newer ones and stuff. But yeah, he was supposed to be the 13th review, but then Milkman made one for Happy Shark, so anyways, these are Trickybear21's maps. Go download all of them. I'll have a link to his file share. Thank you for watching. Toodles.